T for another episode of I'm moving in my chair. But another episode of Briewiththetea. Sorry, YouTube, if y'all watching this late. My camera, well, one of my camera lights keep going out. So that's just that. I guess I got good energy. Camera light keep going out and on. But thank you guys so much for joining me. My name is Brianna Bree Chasteen, or Mother Bree, Mama Bree. You are now listening to episode 6, which is our spiritual cleaning. It is September 22nd, 22, right? That 9/22/22. That's a gate or something. That's a portal that just opened. I'm just playing. But if you are listening in and this is your first time, welcome. You can always follow me at Briewiththetea_ for my Instagram. My Facebook is Oceanic Bree. My actual website is oceanicbree.com. You can book me for spiritual readings, tantrics, crystals. You can book me from Tantra. If you just want to say, hey, what's up? You can book me for that too. But hey, either way, book your girl. All right, in today's episode, we are going to talk about spiritual cleaning, how to spiritually clean yourself. All right, because some of y'all out here, I ain't pointing no fingers, I ain't saying nothing, but some of y'all lovely people out here only think that spiritual cleaning is black soap. Who told you that? They wrong. And you were wrong for listening to them, but there's really no right or wrong, okay? Y'all, if my camera go out, like my light camera go out, I'm sorry, okay? Because for some reason my camera keeps going on and out, on and off, okay? So the first question of the day is how to become more spiritual clean, or how to become spiritually clean. So how do you know that you're spiritually, not clean? Well, first of all, do you feel like you've been going through life backwards? Do you feel like things are happening to you and not for you? That is one way to know that your aura or your shield, your protective shield outside of your physical self, you have a shield that's over you, right? That encompasses you is dirty and you need to get that clean, right? So one of the ways you can be spiritually clean, or how to become more spiritually clean, is to take a spiritual bath. A bath, right? Not a shower. No, not a shower. Because in the bath, you're going to soak your whole physical body, but you're going to soak deep in the tub, right? So you can do some, put your favorite, or I tell my people, put your favorite aromatic smells, right? So if you like lavender, put lavender drops in your, spiritual bath. If that wakes up your body. If you like peppermint, put peppermint in there. If you like grapefruit, well, put a little chunks of grapefruit in your bath. Don't be scared with it, right? Because the only way you can become spiritually clean, when you feel dirty on the outside, is to immerse yourself in water. And what water does is it really does cleanse away all of, the evil that could be around you. I'm not going to get too spiritual on this podcast for y'all, but that is the reason why people get baptized, because when you're baptized into something, right? You're coming out of something, but you're being baptized into something or someone. I'm throwing it out there. Don't get too grouchy mouthy on the podcast, but that's what baptism is. And the reason why we do baptism is to become more spiritually clean, right? So that is something that has always been done. Whether you're a Christian or whether you practice African spirituality, water is a big part of that. Okay, you drink water, you bathe in water, your reflection is in water. Don't get me started. Okay, do not get me started preaching on. I just came on. All right. So how to become spiritually clean? Well, water, right? Go to some water, immerse yourself in water. Picture the water being clear blue. Picture your aura being white around you, right? So those are the ways that you can become more spiritually clean, outside of yourself, right? Also, spiritually clean is all about your head, your head. So if you are feeling out of alignment, you may be with congestion, you may be stuffy, you may have a lot of mucus. Those are signs that you're out of alignment, or your gut health may be, you know, not so great, right? You might have diarrhea, or you might be not going to the restroom that much to do number two. So those are the ways your body is telling you that you need to be, think about ways to, entice your spiritual cleaning, right? What is your spiritual regimen? Do you, clean your house on certain days? Do you, that's the whole thing. It all goes together, right? So you cleaning your house on a Sunday. Well, how do you clean yourself on a Sunday? You clean your house on a Saturday. How do you clean your house? How do you clean your house on your house? I'm saying your house, but I mean your body. How do you clean your body on a Saturday, right? Your house and your body go hand in hand. So if your house is out of order, then your body's out of order. Your way of thinking is out of order. If you see a lot of mess on your floor, if you see clothes thrown everywhere, then your spiritual head is out of order. You're not in order. You're not in alignment. Okay, that is the biggest way that you can find out whether you're in alignment or not on your spiritual journey, is how are you making your house a home, right? When you go in your house, do you feel anxious? Do you feel fearful? If you're going into your home, your safe abode, and you're scared, then that's a problem. That's a red flag on the play, coach, right? So we want to go into our physical house, our dwelling place, right? Empowered, motivated, right? But if we're coming out from the outside world and we're bringing that into our home, well, we need to cleanse ourselves to get rid of those things. Because if you don't cleanse yourself, you're just bringing in that energy in your home. And now your home feels stank. It feels stagnant. It feels dark. It feels fearful, right? Because you haven't cleansed your house, right? So please understand that when we're talking about spiritually clean, we are talking about your home, which is your physical house, and B, your actual body, right? Which is your physical house, of course, and C, your spirit, which is dwelling in your house. That's why people, tell you don't call on them spirits in your home. You calling on people that you don't know. Okay, this is very important. Don't do things if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Don't do things if you don't know what you're doing. Always consult someone, that is higher than you, a priest, a priestess, a babalawo, a iya, or someone that is higher than you before you call these energies in your home. And now you can't get no peace because spirits flying all through your bed at night. Well, you brought them in the house. You brought your evil coworker in your house, right? So you got to learn how to there's boundaries to that. You have to learn how to cut yourself away from bringing those type of energies in your home. Another way that you could help, yourself is if you had a long, exhausting day at work and, people were just at your throat and being mean and you have all that nasty energy on you, spend like 10 minutes in your car. Just go in your car, and just recuperate in your car. I like to do this a lot, and just reflect on the day that you had, and then take a deep breath in through your nose and out your mouth and let it go outside. You come back in your home fresh, right? Ready to go. But keep all of that negativeness that you experience through the day outside of your door. And then, yes, go through the proper steps of cleaning yourself when you come inside, but don't bring those energies in your home. The reason why you don't feel comfortable in your home is because you didn't feel comfortable when you walked through the door. You were already, oh man, I got to feed the kids. I got to prepare my husband. I got to feed the dog. I got to feed, I got to do I got to help the kid with the homework. Got to do the laundry. So you're thinking about all these things and you bringing that negative energy in your house. And now you don't get no sleep at night because your mind is racing whether or not you did a good job filing papers at work. Like, come on. Like, no, it's not what we're doing. That's the quickest way of giving away your energy. Quickest way of not feeling safe in your abode. That's the quickest way, right? So we gotta stop that. It's all right. It's all right to feel that way. I'm not saying don't feel, fearful or things like that, anxious and things like that. I'm not saying that. That's just cut those emotions out. I'm saying deal with those emotions outside of your house. Because when you come through your door every day from work, you should be on fire. There's none of this laziness sitting on Netflix, watching TV show after TV show. You're not living in your passion. You're wasting your time, right? So I know I just went on a whole tangent about spiritualness, but it all goes together. Please know that being spiritually clean on the inside and the outside has a lot to do with your environment. It has a lot to do with your environment and what you're around and what you've seen and what you've heard. You know what I'm saying? So learn how to cut that out and make boundaries. Oh, I'm only going to go to this place on this time of the day, or I'm only going to talk to this person during this time, or I'm only going to, do this at this certain time. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. If you don't have no boundaries, you ain't got no respect. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? If you do not have any boundaries, you do not have any self-respect. And people could just walk all over you. Okay? So please understand, when I'm going through spiritual cleaning, is really about your house, your physical house and your spiritual house, what's inside of you, your temple. It all goes together. So if you're listening to this podcast right now, you like, well, dang, well, I can't see the four corners of my house. I don't even know what's in the bathroom. I ain't cleaned that since last year. Or, I didn't clean my laundry since, break of dawn. I don't, please know that that has a lot to do with what you're going through. For instance, if you do not have toilet paper in your bathroom, if you see yourself running out of toilet paper, you know what I'm saying? Restock it. Toilet paper has a lot to do with money. You know what I'm saying? If you low on your funds right now, go look at your bathroom. Go look at your bathroom. Is your bathroom clean? Can you see all four corners of your bathroom? Is everything put away in your bathroom? Do you have things scattered around on the counter, or do you have them lined neatly under the sink? Right? Are you running out of toilet paper? Is there a little bit of toilet paper on the roll, or are you overflowing with toilet paper? You really have to understand that spiritual cleaning is connected to your house. Okay. That's why it was so important in back in the days, when your ancestors, when I'm saying ancestors, I'm meaning the people that were before you, like your grandma and your great grandma. They had you cleaning. They had you cleaning on certain days. It might have been a Saturday when you wanted to go outside and party, but you had to clean. There's a reason why you had to clean. The reason why is a clean house is what next to what? Godliness. Well, what does that mean? Well, when your house is in order, you're in order. When you are not looking for things and you know where things are and you can see where everything is, you're in order. And if you're in order, then you're in alignment. If you're in alignment, you're going to go on through your passion, right? You're going to move forward instead of backward. It's the reason why you have to do these things in spirituality, right? And yeah, it can be daunting sometimes. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that I'm the most cleanest neat freak of the world. I'm just saying clean it up. Like, if you can't see a certain area of your house, then that is an issue. That's the issue. That's the issue why your life is stagnant. That is the issue where you keep going over and over again in the circles. That's the issue. Attack it, right? So even though I spent 15 minutes talking about that, my sermon, well, please know that you guys got this. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you haven't cleaned out that closet, go clean it out next weekend. Little by little. You don't have to go full speed ahead to do this type of work. This is not that podcast. This is just an awareness thing, right? Be aware that you got things that have not been taken care of in your house, right? So, if you have, clothes that you can't fit no more, throw them out. If you still have them holy drawers, your favorite pair of holy drawers, well, your money gonna have holes in it. You're gonna have holes in your money. You know that old saying, if you got holes in your clothes, then you got holes in your wallet. It's true. That's a piece of being spiritually clean. And if you don't understand that, if you don't understand this and that logic that I'm speaking to you right now, then this podcast is going to be way over your head. Go back to the beginning of the podcast, right? But when I'm telling you, it's facts, right? And some of you already know it because you've been either taught it when you were little, or you've heard it when you were little, and you always wanted to know, why in the world am I cleaning on a Saturday? Why grandma got me over here cleaning on a Saturday? I'm trying to go to the movies with my friends. Why she got me cleaning this bathroom? Why does the toilet paper have to be stacked a certain way? Why does the counter have to be cleaned a certain way? Why can't I hang the dish rag, on the stove? Why do I have to hang it on the sink? Why do I have to make sure soap is refilled in the bathroom? That's not just being mindful. If you have guests, like they tell you, that's being mindful of your spiritual health, because your lower chakra, your root chakra, is all about creativity. And when you go to the bathroom to take a number one or number two, well, you know what, you're literally eliminating all of the negativeness, the negative energy, the negative is coming from out of you through, you know what I'm saying? That commode, my nana call it a commode, a toilet. The bathroom is to release, and it's also to manifest. So when you go sit on the toilet, you're releasing yourself from everything, right? But then when you go in the shower, you're manifesting. And you're also releasing, right? It goes both ways, but you have to be in tune to know what you're doing with the black soap. If you're doing a ritual with the black soap of cleaning yourself, you got to know what you're doing. You can't just go in the bathroom, use the black soap. I'm clean. No, it don't work like that. Again, go back to the first podcast. It's all about intentions. What are you doing with the black soap? What are you trying to get rid of with the black soap? What is on you that you're trying to get rid of? What are you doing? There are certain days of the week that you ain't even supposed to use the black soap. So what we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so don't use these things if you don't know what these things are for. That means that you should not be using these things. Okay, no hard feelings. It's just saying that these things are tools that I'm about to introduce to you. They do not make up for you going to God. It does not make up for you going to your ancestors. It doesn't make up for that. Okay. And I plead the fifth. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first entered in, I'm like, oh, well, we got tools for days. Let me use this, that, and the third. No. Okay. So you have to go to the appropriate people to, not to receive the blessing, but to acknowledge that there's a higher power than you. Okay. Because you're always blessed. I don't understand where this whole thing about be blessed. I'm blessed. So are you. So why do I have to be something that I am? But that's a whole nother thing. So, all right. So that was a lengthy question. Number one, how to become spiritually clean. Second question, what spiritual rituals I can make at home to cleanse myself in my home? Glad you asked. Okay. So, I don't know where to start. I'm going to start with the witch's broom. Okay. So this is my little broomie. If y'all can hear it on the podcast, y'all hear it? That's my little broom, okay? All right, so I got 9 ribbons on this broom, okay? For the 9, I'm not even gonna go into why. I'm not gonna go into why I did this, why some things are. But with each color, right, is a manifestation. So blue could mean, clear communication. Purple could mean, creativity. White could mean pure thoughts of purification. Yellow could mean, your money, money, or it could be, your creative spark. You got your orange. Orange could mean success. Green, it could also mean, fruitfulness or abundance. Okay. And all of these colors mean something. Okay. But when you tie your ribbon, you say your intentions of what it means. Okay. They sell these things now because it's October. They sell the smaller ones in Dollar Tree or Dollar General. But they also sell the bigger ones for your home, in the dollar store as well. So you can keep these by the door. And what I like to do is I like to dust the top part of my door going from left to right, going down and around and saying my prayers and affirmations. Also, you can use this to clean all the nasty energy in your house. Okay. Um, but that is one way that you use the broom. Okay. Even though you can use it to clean your space, you can also use it to clean somebody out your space. Okay. That you just don't want them. Okay. So say if you had somebody come in your house and you don't want them to come back to your house. Well, you brush the door right when they leave. Okay. You can't, you don't want them back in your house. For some reason, y'all don't get along. You just don't want that person back in your house. Brush your door. Okay. That's why they use brooms by the door. If you ever go to somebody's house and you see a broom by the door, that's what this is for. It might not look like this. It might just be a basic broom, right? But you understand where I'm coming from. If you African American or Latina, you know that your grandma always had what? A mop and a broom, right? And you would get so gung-ho about, well, why is grandma wiping the windows down? And why is she using the broom to go up top and clean the dough? And she using this mop a certain way. And it, it I'm just a messenger. I'm just the messenger. Like, this is why, right? So these are usually cinnamon. You can say your prayers and affirmations. Mine have bells on them. Okay. You also can get you some rum. This is rum. You can put it in your mouth. You're not gonna drink the rum. You're not gonna drink the rum. For my people on the podcast, y'all gonna hear me spit, but it's all right. For my people on YouTube, y'all are actually gonna see me. So people on the podcast, if y'all really want to see how to do this, go on the podcast. But you're gonna get the rum, and you're gonna spit, right? And you're gonna say your affirmations. You're gonna say your prayers, and that's it, right? Now this is a mini broom. You can spit the rum 3 times, however times you like. But this is a mini broom. So with the mini broom, you can keep this in your car, keep this in your purse, right? Anywhere there's a door or entry, you can use this, okay? But that's how you make your little cleansing to go on the go tinctric, okay? Item. So that is the broom, the witch's broom. That's one way you can keep yourself clean. Another way is old-fashioned way is your Florida water, right? So Florida water is really cool. It's a really citrusy smell. You can make your own Florida water out of citrus. But one way that you can do is you put some in your hand. Sorry for my people on the podcast. You put some in your hand and you can go behind your pressure points. So your ears, the back of your neck, your heart. You can also go to your womb space and put some there. You can also go to your palms. Okay. So I'm putting some on my palms, on the soles of my feet, in the back of my head, on my face, right? And that's one way to keep yourself clean when you're on the outside, right? Not in your home, but if you're physically on the outside of your home, and say you got to go to work and, people have energies. We all have energies, right? Not everybody's 100% in their energy. Please understand that we all fluctuate. There's nobody that's always 100% of the time. We all have those highs and lows, but if you feel some, energy that don't feel good, then Florida water is a good thing. It's a good option. Another thing is you can always put it in a bottle to carry in your purse or your book bag, and you could use it on the go. You also, I'm reaching behind so I can show you guys this, but you can also put it in a spray bottle. Like, I love to keep it in a spray bottle, okay? Especially Florida water is good for your floor. So say if you're doing anything like cleaning your floors, this is a really good floor cleaner. It's also good protectant, so it does protect you from evil. It protects you from everything. Holy water is another one that you could use. Rose water to bring in more love or peace and tranquility in your house. You could use that too. But you could use this and put it on the doorways of your house when people are trying to come in, right? Another thing is Kanga water, which is real old. Okay, Kanga water is very strong. Okay, so I don't recommend you use this on your face, but I would put water in it. So not in this bottle, but say if you have a little bottle that you could use to spray, I would put water in this bottle, and then drop, 3, 4 drops of Kanga water, because it is very strong. Okay, that is one way you can actually protect yourself outside of your home and inside of your home. You can also spray this in your home. You can spray it on the furniture before you vacuum. You can spray it on the carpet. Kanga water is very strong at eliminating almost everything, honestly. But I'm not going to get into the sages. I'm not getting into all of that. Okay. Mind you, because I don't use all of those, I really do think that some of the sages are, good for spiritual rituals. And then some of them are, good just to have around your house, right? So one of the things that I like is the eucalyptus bundle. That's really good for your bathroom, right? For congestion, the eucalyptus sage. Lavender is good for sleep, right? So if you know you're going to sleep, burn a little bit of lavender sage, or lavender incense, one of the two. Also, you can cleanse your house. My favorite incense cleanser is dragon blood. Okay, dragon blood is one of the oldest ones, but you can use dragon blood for protection. And you can use it for clearing out your house, meaning the energies in your house, the spirits in your house. Everybody has a spirit attached to them, whether good, whether bad, but there's never no good or bad. Everybody has a spirit attached to them. They have angels, right? Everybody has an angel attached to them, a guardian angel. And that's a spirit, right? God is a spirit, believe it or not. Okay, God is a spirit, and God goes with you everywhere. So understand that there's different types of spirit in this on this earth, right? So some of the spirits are working with the light, and some of it is working with the dark. It has to be a balance, right? It has to be a balance. It can't be all light. If we were all light, well, we would be not on earth. We would be in the heavens. We wouldn't be here. So understand that it has to be some angels that are in the light, and it got to be some people in the dark. And that's just how it has to go. That's just that yin and yang balanced out. Okay. So why do we need to cleanse ourselves? Well, you need to cleanse yourself. Okay. You need to do it. Some of us need to do it daily. Some of us do it weekly. Some of us do it monthly. I would say you need to have a routine. Okay. So for me, I know if I go to certain places, I got to do a deep clean. That's because I have to. I have to. I tell you, I mean, the way I'm set up is the way I'm set up. The way my body's set up, the way my spirit is set up, the way that I have to do a deep clean, right? So you really need to know when you're off, meaning not off like your mental state is off, but your spiritual state is off, right? If you start feeling more, if you start getting more colds, head colds, if you're starting to get more sickness in your gut, you're off. Your head is off. Your alignment is off. So therefore, you have to get realigned somehow. Well, you need a you need a deep cleaning somewhere, right? So it could be, your aura, your protective shield is dirty. And that needs to be cleaned. That could be a spiritual bath. That could be, getting a selenite wand and just going over your body. You always want to cleanse your body from the crown down, because energy leaves yourself from the foot down, right? So messages, spiritual messages, God, they come into your head space, your crown. And then it goes all the way down, right? It goes all the way to your feet, right? So that's the same way with the negative energy. It comes into your crown, it goes all the way down, and it needs to go to your feet, right? So you have to understand the process of how to spiritually eliminate things, right? So that's why I say that this all goes together. It's not separate. Okay. So if you feel like it's hard to move forward with your plans that you already had, if you feel like you're taking on other people's energies, um, then that means that, it's time for a spiritual cleanse. And some of the things that you do in spiritual cleaning could be so simple as doing a yoni steam, right? If you feel like your kuda cat or your ping pong ain't working the way it is and it's a little dry down there, well, you know that you need to be, you need a yoni steam, or you need to get a spiritual bath. And the only way you know that it is unfortunately is if you feel ill, if you feel sick, right? That means that something's off. And I mean, it could be anything. It could be your root. It could be your sacral chakra. But something on the lower chakras is not operating. So your sacral, your solar plexus, your root chakra, they're not talking to each other. Okay. One is probably not moving. Okay. So these are the ways that you can be spiritually clean. Okay. I did not go into grave detail about different types and the different smokes and the different sages, because I know y'all. But no, I didn't go into those types because there's some things that you guys got to research yourself and find out what works for you. I know what works for me, and I know when I need, like, it's dire and I need to spiritually clean myself, right? But you guys have to figure out what that looks for you. Like, I can tell you, you know, do this, that, and the third, but if it does not feel good to you, then it's not for you. So go do your research on spiritual cleaning. Go ask your nana, your grandma, and your mama why they use the broom a certain way, why they use the mop, why they always cleaning the bathroom. And I promise you, they probably not gonna know, but that's the whole beauty of research, because the soul always knows something. Your spirit and your soul always know you, right? So they're just bringing those things over from what they were taught, what they were taught, and what they were taught, and what they were taught, and what they were taught. So there's a reason why they do those things. And that's just, they haven't been introduced to African spirituality or spirituality in a nutshell, because other cultures do the same thing, but do it differently in their culture. So, all right. So this has been another episode of Bree with the Tea. This is episode number 6, which is all about spiritual cleaning. You could go to my website, oceanicbree.com, to get some more insight on our juju bags. So I do have juju bags that I make. I do have crystals. I do have little tantrics that you could get as well. I do teach tantric meditation, sexual tantra, and I teach regular tantra. Okay. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Briewiththetea_. Also, I do have a book. It is called The Witch's Tarot. Y'all, it's a good coloring book. I use it. That's how I know it's good. But no, I use it because I like that book. Okay. I like that. It's a stress reliever. Um, but also I am coming out with other things. I'm not going to tell you what things, but check back. Okay. The next episode is for next week. It is episode number 7, and we are going to talk about how to protect my inner G. Inner G. So your inner person is a little G, all right, a big G, my bad. Not your energy like your energy, but your energy, your inner gangster. Okay, how to protect that. All right, y'all. But yes, I love this episode. This was one of my favorite episodes about being spiritually clean. I hope y'all enjoyed it just as much as I did, and I'll catch you on the next one.